KIE, the most popular ninja. We have gotten so many KIE sets over the last 14 years of Ninjago, and in this video, I'm gonna rank them all. But firstly, what is a KIE set? I define a KIE set as a set where the main build is marketed to be for KIE. That doesn't mean it's actually KIEs in the show. For example, KIE's Mech Storm Rider is actually Wildfire's, but I'm still including it. Similarly, not every red set is KIE's. For example, the Source Dragon of Motion is not a KIE set. Also, the main build of the set has to be KIE's, not one of the main builds and not a side build. Finally, I will be counting the whole set, not just the KIE build, but also the minifigures and even the price. Anyway, without further ado, let's get right into it. Starting off with number 22, here we have KIE's Fire Dragon Evo, and I can't even lie to y'all, this dragon is garbage. This set is an Evo set, which means that it's meant for children to play with, but that doesn't make this set good because this dragon, quite frankly, looks terrible. It's way too thin, the legs are way too tall, the overall frame of this dragon just doesn't look all that great. I don't like the way the wings are attached. Also, this set is $30, which is absolutely insane because this dragon should not be a penny more than 20, and overall, this set just kind of fails on all regards, which is why it's at the bottom of the list. Going on to number 21, we have KIE's Ninja Race Car Evo, and for $10, I think this is a pretty solid set. I would have liked one more minifigure, but because they give such a substantial build, I don't really mind it. I love the way the build looks, it just looks so cute, and I think it's a really great value for $10 even. So this set isn't even bad, it's kind of small and it's not as great compared to some of the other sets that we're gonna see. On to number 20 now, we have the Destiny's Wing, and this set's a similar case where I don't think it's really a bad set per se. I think it's fine, it's $20, comes with 2 minifigures. You get that cool dragon blade, a decent KIE minifigure, and I think the overall build is decent. I think it is a bit small for $20, but overall it's just nothing too special, and the other sets that we're gonna see are just way better than this. On to number 19, we have KIE's Blade Cycle, and I might be slightly nostalgia biased with this, but I really like the way this set looks, honestly. I love the feature where the blades come out, and I think this set was just overall a great gift for kids. It's only $15 and comes with 2 minifigures, one of whom is Radla, and I think she's a pretty good minifigure. It also comes with that cool serpentine staff. The overall looks of the bike are great. I love the fiery stickers, and this is kind of an old bike, which does show a little bit. I don't think it's the best bike, but I think it is pretty good, and I really like this one. Moving on to number 18 now, we have KIE's Fire Mech. This one is another really small one, but I absolutely love this one. This was one of the only Ninjago mechs that we got in the CCBS building style, and I think this is easily the best one. I love the way they did the shoulders with those rounded pieces. The armor on the legs and the hands just helps to give this set a bulky feel, which is, I think, really impressive considering this set is really small at only $10. This overall mech just looks so cute and so compact and so sturdy that I absolutely love it. It has great posability, and there isn't really anything wrong with this set. It's just, again, some of the other sets that we're gonna see are better than this one. Moving on to number 17, here we have KIE's Mech Jet, and this one was released in Prime Empire, and this one I think is another decent one. I like the way the mech looks. It's a very interesting look for a mech, and I don't think it's amazing, but I think it fits its purpose. I think it looks pretty decent. This set has a really cool transformation feature where you can transform it into the jet, and I think the jet looks really cool as well. Just the fact that there's a 2-in-1 makes this set much better in my opinion, because I know I would love 2-in-1 sets as a kid. I like that KIE minifigure from Prime Empire, so overall this set's a pretty good one. I really like it. Now on to number 16 though, here I have put the Katana 4x4, and this is a very interesting set in my opinion. I don't really have particularly strong feelings either way towards this set, which is probably why it's somewhat near the middle. I think the car is just I mean, we've gotten better cars, we've gotten better KIE cars, and we're gonna see better KIE cars on the list coming up, and this car is just not it. I mean, I don't know, I just don't love the shaping. The way the wheels attach is kind of weird, and especially out back, there's just a lot of empty space. The minifigure selection kind of carries this set because it comes with Char, who is one of my favorite minifigures from Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu. You also get Spinjitzu Nia, who's nice, but I think the car just kind of drags this set down for me. I just don't feel particularly good about it. I think it's just a mech car for $50. I don't really see the value there. Going on to number 15 though, we have another somewhat mid set. We have KIE's Mech Rider Evo, and this one, I have to give them props, was a really cool concept. It was, I believe, the second KIE Evo mech that we had gotten until that point. The minifigure selection is alright here. You get 4 minifigures. I'm not a particularly big fan of the core suits, but I mean, whatever. And this build I think looks pretty good. I like the big wheels. It just looks so goofy, so cartoony, and I like it when Ninjago does sets like this once in a while. So overall, I mean, again, I don't have particularly strong feelings towards this set. The price on this set was like $45, which is gross, but yeah, the set by itself, it's not terrible, which is why it's up here at number 15. Next up at number 14, here we have the original KIE Fighter from 2014, and this set I think is a pretty good set. I like the overall looks of the jet. It definitely looks very sleek. It's definitely very reminiscent of the show. The minifigure selection is pretty decent. For $20 you get 2 minifigures, and I do like this jet overall, but I do have some big problems with it. Firstly, I'm not a big fan of the back region. It just looks really empty and the studs are showing, and it doesn't really fit the vibe of this mechanical jet. Secondly, I just think the wings are a bit too flat, and maybe that's a criticism with this whole set. I just think it's a bit flat. I would have liked some more texture on it. This original KIE Fighter also has a pretty nice feature where you can pull like the front forward and it makes the wings go back, which I think is a pretty well integrated feature and definitely fun for children. For what we got, this one isn't bad. Next up at number 13, we have the Katana V11, and the Katana V11 is a very cute set in my opinion. It's also a very unique set in my opinion because I don't think we really get Ninjago boats all that often, and I think the shaping is what really sells me on this set. The curves and the play feature with the spring-loaded shooters was also integrated really well, and overall, again, I don't have too many major problems with this set. Overall, this is just a really solid build for $20 that I happen to really like. Going on to number 12 now though, we have KIE's Mech Storm Rider from Dragon's Rising Season 3, and for what it's worth, I think this build is pretty decent. The Storm Rider itself I think looks really nice. I like those two big jets coming out of the sides. They give me like very Monkey Kid-esque vibes, and I mean the Evo mech riding on top of it is certainly kinda cool. Overall, I think this build is very unique and a step in the right direction for Ninjago, which is why I really like it. But what I don't like about this set is the price. I did say I would be talking about the price in this video, and this price is just terrible. This set would have been okay at $30. I think at $30 I might have even picked this one up, but this one isn't 30, it's not 40, it is $50, which is absolutely no way this is worth $50. It has 3 minifigures, less than 350 pieces. This set is just a straight up scam, and I have seen it already discounted for like 20% off, and it's been like 6 months since its release. Next up, for number 11 now, we have the X1 Ninja Charger. This was one of my favorite Ninjago sets as a kid. I love the way this car looks. I love the way they use like those bionicle armor pieces, I believe, for like shaping at the front. That's really nice. This set has a pretty sick play feature where you can pull up the hood and then you can shoot the bike through, which was very creatively integrated. The minifigures are decent. Again, I like that KIE minifigure. The 2 Ninjoids are fine, but the car really steals the show. The play feature is just fantastic. One of the best Ninjago play features ever. So overall, a very solid car. I really like this one. Now entering the top 10, we have the Firestone Mech, and I know a lot of people really hate this set, and I can kind of understand why. That being said, this set was a pretty good price. The set was only $70. It came with 5 pretty good minifigures, and also the mech is pretty sizable. The mech by itself, it's not completely terrible. I like the shaping, especially on the rocky side, and the mech is okay. I really would have liked knee articulation. That's the main draw against this set, but this set is okay. Moving on to number 9, we have the Heatwave Transforming Lava Dragon, and some of you might be wondering why this set is even on the list, because Heatwave is technically a wildfire set, but on all of the pictures we do see KIE riding the dragon. This set I quite like. I'm not sure what the overall consensus is on this, but I really like the way the dragon looks. I bought this one in hand, and I think it looks much bigger than I thought it would on the boxes. I like the overall shaping around the body and the neck and the head, and overall, this dragon's just a really nice looking dragon overall. The minifigure selection is also fantastic. This is the cheapest, I believe, non-4+ way to get Lord Ross, which is amazing. This set is very good. Personally, I really like it, and that's why it's in the top 10. Going on to number 8 now though, we have the Legacy KIE Fighter, and I think this one really solves a lot of the issues that the previous KIE Fighter had, in the sense that I think that it just looks a whole lot better. It has a lot more like bulk to it, it has a lot more depth and texture, and I think that really helps this one stand out. This one did also fix the problem with the back. I think the back on this one is a lot better. Similar to the original KIE Fighter, this one also has a feature with the wings, but this one works slightly differently. In this one, you kind of like fold down the front cockpit and it kind of pulls in the wings slightly differently. I'm not sure this feature is super impressive, but I think this build just looks so good that the feature not being that impressive isn't that big of a deal. For $40, you get 4 minifigures, which I think is pretty good, but yet again, I think this jet steals the show. I absolutely love the way it looks. Now on to number 7 though, we have the Legacy X1 Ninja Charger, and this one, I like the original Ninja Charger, but I think this one's just a step up. This car doesn't have the bionicle armor pieces for texture at the front, but I think it just looks a whole lot sleeker. Also, I must add, I think that this play feature is probably the smoothest integrated play feature in all of Ninjago history. The last play feature was good, but it involved you to like lift the hood and then push the bike separately, but here, no. This one, all you have to do is push down on that yellow piece and it automatically opens the hood and shoots out the bike, which I think is just so nice. It looks so good and it works really well. For $50, I think this one was a pretty decent deal. This car is decently sizable and it comes with 5 minifigures, including that limited edition golden coal, so I think this one was a really good set all around. Now on to number 6, we have KIE's Ninja Climber Mech, and the reason this one is so high is because I just really like the way the mech looks. I think it's a very unique and creatively designed mech, and I really love how it gets like thin near the arms and the legs. I think that looks super cool. I also like the 2 extra arms which act like grappling hooks from the back, and this set can actually be hung by just one of those grappling hooks, which I think is a really cool play feature. I think it is a bit overpriced at $70, but you get 2 climber suits, and the climber suits are some of my favorite Ninjago suits ever, so I think this set is pretty good. I feel like the price is the only thing that drags it down slightly, but the mech just looks so good that I'm willing to forgive that. Going on to the top 5 now, we have KIE's Golden Dragon Raider, and I'm gonna address the elephant in the room. This set is not worth $90. This set is a very good set, certainly, that's why it's top 5, but it is not worth $90. But with the price out of the way, I mean, this set is a really good set. I love the way this Raider looks. This set has some pretty cool transformation features where you can move like those wheel leg thingies at the front. The minifigure selection is also really solid for this one. You get 3 Vengestone Warriors, plus an exclusive Skylar, plus an exclusive Golden Dragon Zane who looks amazing. So yeah, overall, I think this set is just a really good package. I think the price definitely drags this set down. I think if this set was $15 cheaper, it would have been top 3, but I think this set is really good for what it does. It's just slightly pulled down by the price. Moving on to number 4 now, we have KIE's Elemental Fire Mech, and you might be surprised that I put such a cheap set so high, but I mean, I genuinely love this set. I really like both of the mech builds. In fact, KIE's Elemental Fire Mech is a top 10 Ninjago mech in my opinion. The minifigure selection is fantastic. You get Jordana, KIE, Zane, and a Wolf Mask Warrior. I love the combat aspect where it's not just KIE's mech, but you have something for it to fight against. I think that's really good for children, and overall, I think the price of $30 is extremely fair, so there's literally nothing wrong with this set. A perfect Ninjago set in my opinion, which is why it's number 4. Going on to the top 3 now, we have the Fire Dragon Attack, and the minifigure selection is definitely the weakest part of this set. I don't think it's particularly good, but you get 4 minifigures, one of which is the limited edition Golden Nia, so I mean, it's okay, but I think this dragon hard carries this set. It just looks amazing. This was one of like the first 2-legged dragons we've gotten in Ninjago, if I'm remembering correctly. I love those wings. They're like cloth and you can fold them up. There's just so many dynamic poses you can get out of this dragon, and if it's standing up, you can see like the way the abs are built. I think that was really creative the way they managed to do that. I suppose if I were to critique this set, I think the head is slightly small for the body, but I think this dragon is just so good, it makes up for it, and it's not really that big of a deal. Overall, this dragon is just so poseable, it's so dynamic, it's so expressive, and that's why I love it, which is why it's top 3. Going on to number 2 now, we have Firstborn, and some of you might argue that this is not a KIE set because Firstborn was not KIE's dragon in the show, but I mean, I think it's very clear that this dragon was designed around KIE. Heck, even KIE like rides the dragon on all of the sets, so I'm gonna count it. I think this dragon is pretty good. I think some modern dragons that we've gotten are much better, but I think for the time, this dragon was pretty good looking. I like the way the legs look, the body was done well, and I think this is probably the best, if not one of the best brick built heads out there. The minifigure selection is pretty decent, and I like the way the body shapes. I think it does get a bit thin in areas, and I feel like they could have done better with modern techniques, but overall, this set is not bad, and I would definitely love to get this dragon one day. It looks really nice. Now, however, for the moment you've all been waiting for, number 1, the best KIE set Ninjago has ever released in over 14 years, we have the Fire Knight Mech. Oh boy, what can I say about this set that has not been said already? In fact, I have talked to great depths about this set here on this channel, so I'm gonna link a couple of those videos in the description if you're interested in them. But in short, this set looks amazing. I really love the combat aspect where you have KIE's mech fighting something. The minifigure selection is definitely the weak part of this set. It only comes with 2 minifigures, but that's perfectly okay because this is not meant for minifigures. Just putting this set on display, it looks fantastic. I just love the way it looks. This mech is easily the best KIE mech we've ever gotten. It looks fantastic. It has great posability, great articulation. I love the sea monster coming out of it. The cape looks fantastic. There's very few bad things with this set. The 2 bad things with this set, I will say, are the minifigures, which is not that big of a deal, and the price, which is somewhat of a big deal. I think this set is $20 overpriced, which is kind of a shame because honestly, I would have wanted to buy this set if this was $100, but for $120, it just feels like a bit too much. However, that's nothing to take away from this set. This set looks absolutely phenomenal. It's beautiful. I love the way it looks and easily the best KIE set we've ever gotten. But that is it for my ranking of every single KIE set that we have gotten. If you enjoyed, make sure to check out this other video where I rank every single new 2025 Ninjago set and subscribe.